Hey, we're live.
Hi.
Everyone. This is Stars in the House, like the nice Chiron David Katz made for us. We are a twice daily fundraiser, concert, interview, sassafras for the Actors Fund.
That's
We're
right.
going to talk about the Actors Fund
first off,
in a moment.
You're Seth Rudetsky. I'm his husband, James Wesley.
I want to just get this part over with because I want to get to BB. Let me just say, wherever you're watching right now, can you just copy the link and just post it to everything you have? The more people that watch, the more delicious money is raised, and also just the more connectedness we all have. So just post it to your Twitter, Facebook, your Pinterest, your Friendster, and your MySpace.
Okay. Today, like you said, BB Newirth, and we have celebrity couple, Patti. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
I don't know what the pause was. Patti Murin and Colin Donnell, and their expected little baby.
That's right. Well, there you
go. Anyway, she's pregnant. So exciting. Or they're pregnant. That's a new thing when you both say we're pregnant, but only one person's giving birth. Anyway, it's all good.
All right. Before we get to BB, someone noticed that the lighting was a little bit different. So this is not our first, this is not our second, this is our third laptop that we have used in the 10 days that we've been doing this. This is show number 19. I accidentally put it was number 20, but it was number 18 this afternoon with Tina Fey and Jeff Richmond and everyone else. But anyway, apparently you have to have Ethernet in, and that is just guarantees. That's the best thing instead of Wi-Fi.
Remember Ethernet when you would like plug in your computer?
David Katz, who's so wonderful in walking everything through it, he had heard of the an Ethernet wire, Seth. He's looking at our dog Mandy, who's still not eating her food. But it was better than having Wi-Fi. So anyway, the first
one is we got my computer. Literally, it's basically my computer from 1983.
Yes, because
we plugged this in.
Yes, and it's working. But this is the only thing we're going to be using it for because we're nervous that it's not going to work. Because his computer the other day, it was like yesterday or the day before.
My nice computer was literally humming and 800 degrees. I'm like, I don't think it's a good sign.
And we were like, exactly.
So scary.
So we dug this, we used mine. That didn't really work all that great. And now we dug this one out of the closet. So God willing, this will be working in today's show.
And it's like old school laptop. It's like 700 pounds.
It's like,
so
we have not used this laptop in 2.5 years.
It's all good.
Yes.
Okay, so so speaking of Actors Fund, we're gonna bring up a Skyen of the Actors Fund. Of course, Tony Award winner. She's TV star, Broadway star. She's kind of everything. Also a smarty pants. Please welcome.
I don't know. Do you see her
She's here.
in the back?
Please welcome the brilliant Miss BB Newirth. Hi, BB.
Oh.
She just has her bar.
I love
that you made an entrance. So, BB, was that
here? So he'll make an entrance. Whoa, can I have a van?
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do it.
Wow, you still got it. That line.
BB, I have to ask you before we talk about the Actors Fund.
Yeah.
What is that beautiful painting behind you?
My mother painted that. My mother's an artist. Yeah, she painted that sometime in the mid-70s probably. And I probably sat on the living room floor like this for a long time while she sketched it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's so lovely.
My parents, hi, Mommy, hi, Daddy.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Newirth in Princeton. So, people, I feel you're always around the Actors Fund, but I get mixed up with the different jobs. Brian Suggs Mitchell is the chairman of the board. Joe's the CEO. Yeah. What's your relationship with the Actors Fund?
I've been on the board of directors for about maybe 15 years or so. And, I'm on various committees. I was able to start a program there called the Dancers Resource. And we help the specific needs of the challenges that dancers face. And we also now at the Actors Fund, we have career transitions for dancers, which a lot of people know about CTFG. That is back at the Actors Fund and has found a home there. A lot of people think the Actors Fund and they think Broadway and they think actors and the people on the stage. And that is inaccurate. So our name is a misnomer. We serve everybody in the performing arts and entertainment all across the country. So ballet companies, symphony orchestra, radio, everybody, all of your buddies at Sirius, everybody is helped. And I was thinking about, especially at this time, like everybody is home watching Netflix or watching Hulu and kind of depending on that. And I think all of those people who go into working on putting all of that entertainment out, all of those people are eligible to be helped by the Actors Fund. Yeah. So it's not just all those people doing those great Netflix series or the stand-up comics who are doing that. It's not just that. It's all of the technicians backstage. It's all the camera operators. It's all of the symphony orchestras across the country. Everybody, ushers in theaters. We all know that Broadway is dark and off-Broadway is dark, and all of the symphonies are dark, and it's devastating. And the Actors Fund is getting calls every single day for people needing help just to pay rent, figure out how are they going to deal with their insurance, just everything, medicine for their kids. So the Actors Fund is there for them, and it's been around for, it's like 145 years or something now. It's been there, it's solid, and we're there for everyone in the performing arts.
So let me ask you something. One of the cool things the Actors Fund has, before we move on, but I love, talk about the Shoe Fund. It's such a specific.
Oh, yeah. It's called the Conrad Canson Shoe Fund. And it was an actor who left, he left some money to be used specifically for actors who need a pair of shoes so that they could show up to their auditions or to try to get a job wearing shoes. And there's a price limit to it. You're not going to be able to go to get some really, really expensive ones, but you can get yourself a good, solid, nice looking pair of shoes and walk in with your head held high and do your work and not have to worry about that. It's really a beautiful legacy that he left. It's a very simple, humanistic thought that he had, and it's still in use to this day.
I love it.
Speaking of dance, the first time I saw you, I think I've told you this, but maybe not, was in LA. And this is someone's comment here, if I can get it. And it was in a chorus line. It won't show for some reason. We got this new, and it was, remember that little theater that was in Hollywood?
Yeah, tiny, tiny little theater. Mm-hmm.
And it made me think that I could dance, which I cannot, as Seth do. But it was so magical. I fell in love with you.
Don't dance.
So Bibi, we're gonna have you back because you have just Bibi has, because you've never seen me fully interviewed. Bibi has such incredible theatrical stories about Fosse, just so many things. So we're gonna have you back, and I'm really gonna talk to you because I just love your history. So come back. Thank you for supporting the Actors Fund as you've been doing forever. And you'll come back for a full show, and maybe we'll have a reunion of your TV show. We'll talk privately. All right, anyway, thank you. Hold on. Does the Actors Fund help nonprofit theater companies across the country? Anyone, you can answer.
Professional. If you work professionally, and professionally does not necessarily mean that you have to be a member of a union. A lot of times, performers will say, "Oh, I'm not AGMA, I'm not AGVA, I'm not Equity. Is it for me?" Yes. We have other ways of looking at your performance history and your earnings, and we take a look at that and work with you. And they have some algorithm that they've worked out to see. And yes, you don't have to be a union member. You just have to be a professional. And
go ahead.
Just to about dancers, they had to shift the algorithm a little bit for dancers because across the boards, across the country, dancers make less than anybody else in the performing arts. So we had to go, okay, well, we'll just ratchet it down just a little bit for dancers.
Right, being professional is a much lower income if you're a dancer. And by the way, you're totally right. I got my shoes back in the 80s. Thanks, Actors Fund. Okay, so you're gonna come back. Thank you.
Cox did also. I think Iain Cox told a story about using the Cancer Fund. Yeah.
Just love it. Okay, so go to your bar, full stretching.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye,
for everything
BB.
you do for the Actors Fund. Thank
you.
you.
Okay, are we ready for our big guest?
We're ready.
So don't forget, sorry, donate
Yes.
at starsinthehouse.com. By the way, I kept saying even $1 helps. $1 doesn't help because the minimum donation is $5.
Oh,
so even $5 helps. Sorry, because they had to have a minimum. So, but seriously,
we're
$5
learning as
is
we go
great.
along. That's right.
So please donate. Anything else we got to cover before we bring on our 2 stars?
No, just to let people know, regarding the auction, we're still working on that because, we've got incredible things like Joanna Gleason's, the staff from Into the Woods and all that. It's not quite ready.
Hold on. I just want to say something. So, BB, while you're listening, while I have you on the phone, BB, while I have you on the phone. Sorry.
I'm here.
I forgot to say this. So we added this new thing. So think about this.
Yes.
Joanna Gleason was on the show. And
I love her.
We all do. So randomly, she was like, oh, by the way, I have the staff Bernadette Peters held in Into the Woods. And she was showing us. And she said, you know what? I'm going to auction that for the Actors Fund.
Oh, wow.
Finding props in their houses.
Laura Benanti, the shoes that she wore in The Sound of Music.
Audra.
Audra McDonald, the baby that she buried in ragtime.
Everybody steals props. So if you have anything in your house, fun to get
Just
back
keep
to us.
it,
Think
keep
about
it in mind.
Okay.
While you're
Thank
social distancing, all that. Yeah.
In your house.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, and that goes for Casey and I'm sorry, Colin and Patty for listening. Okay, so we're gonna bring in our big show. So yeah, the auction is not 100% ready, but I think it's on eBay.
I think that eBay, like every company, they're understaffed, and so it's taking a little bit longer for things to happen.
So it's kind of there.
It's getting there. You just might have to hunt for it.
All right, so let's bring in our stars. They're pregnant. They're also our neighbors on the Upper West Side. The incredibly talented Patti Murin and Colin Donnell.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
When you said our names just now, literally Colin was picking my teeth because I had something in it and I was panicking about getting it out. And we were like, So it's
She's like, is it this one? I was like, no, I'm just gonna go.
Look, I'll pop that. Our dog was just drinking out of my glass of water, and now she's at our feet at the piano for the first time.
Good.
So there you go,
my baby.
If we could turn the camera around, we have an audience of one dog.
Petey is back there. Yeah, Milo's upstairs. He doesn't like to participate in anything.
No.
So.
Okay, so first of all, inquiring minds want to know, Colin, what is happening here?
My beard.
Yeah.
It's getting bushier by the day. I don't really see anybody except for, all of the people that are watching this right now. So I've had it for a while, and I thought, why not just let it grow for a little while?
It's usually a hiatus beard, but he finished with med last spring, and it's just been kind of growing.
I did trim it at one point.
I know we abbreviate Phantom of the Opera to Phantom, but now we abbreviate Chicago Med to just Med.
You're busted, Patty.
Yeah.
It's assumed that it's in Chicago, I guess.
Chicago Med, the TV play.
By the way, people are watching all over the place. Look at this.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Hey, hi Tracy. Woohoo! Kind of watching. She's kind of watching.
That's right. You got to work.
We have a vital question. Where is Patty from?
Oh, I'm from near Poughkeepsie, New York. So like just north of the city. Yeah.
We have another question. Colin, is it too soon for Revival of Violet?
I mean, yeah. But like our cast recording is out there, so and Sutton and Josh and everybody are brilliant on it. So I would recommend going and listening to that.
Thank you. Oh wow, I love this. I'm sorry, one more thing I just want to show. I mean, how incredible is that?
Oh,
that's awesome.
Hi Italy. You guys are amazing.
Oh.
Ask your signature question.
What are you guys doing to stay healthy during all of this? Logically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, any of the above?
Well, we're doing a lot of stuff. We're hunkered down at our house that's just outside of the city. We've been working out. Shout out to Joe from Built for the Stage, who's doing some awesome things to provide workouts at a very reasonable cost to people who are doing stuff from home.
You mean you watch on the internets, on the interwebs?
I have an app on my phone. He programs workouts.
Yeah, he programs
for
it specifically for you. So me being 5 months pregnant, he'll program my workout specifically for me, a pregnant woman.
I want that workout because it sounds kind of lazy.
No, honestly, it's pretty great. I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. Okay.
But we're cooking. We're watching
cooking.
TV. We're trying to remind ourselves every day that it's okay not to be okay.
Yes, I have
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Well, one more time. There we go.
No, we see it, girl.
So,
Okay.
Patti, you've spoken publicly about your anxiety.
Yes.
And this is a time when you're definitely not alone. So any tips that you can give people or how you're coping and dealing, I'm sure you'll help many people.
Yeah, what's kind of crazy about this is that a lot of people who don't have any experience with depression or anxiety or any history are starting to feel it because it's just, circumstantially from the isolation and from just uncertainty. One thing that I've been sort of recommending to people that those moments, the day or the days that you have that you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get over this. I've sort of been encouraging people to keep like what I call a small victories log, which is basically like, no one has to see it. It's just for you. Whatever your small victory is, it could be putting on pants. It could be getting out of bed. It could be writing an email. It could be like, singing a song, whatever, like doing something creative, whatever that is. But whatever seems hard, when you do it and you look back and you're like, okay, I did that, write it down. Because then as you keep writing things down, you have actual proof of the things that you have done. And it's very hard to deny when you have a list of things that you have, whether again, it's like no one's going to see it. So they don't, no one's going to judge how small or large your victories are. It's literally all about you. So that's one thing I've been telling a lot of people that have been asking, just to like, and also it's tough out there. It's so tough out there right now for everyone. And I know it's like, I know a lot of parents especially are finding it's just so challenging having to figure out being home all day with your kids and your spouses and your partners and stuff. And it's like, read the articles that say that it's okay to not be perfect and that it's okay to like lower your standards for yourself. Read those articles in the times where you feel like, oh my God, I can't keep a schedule. Oh my God, I'm doing this wrong. Like skew towards those because it's the self-love and everything is what, and yet you are not alone is more powerful than ever now because no one wants to hear when you're like, well, I lost my job today. And it's like, this is the one time that it's like, so did everybody else. It really is true. So just like hold on to that and just kind of keep the, no one knows what's going to happen, but sometimes, and the world isn't going to look like it did. It's just not going to. I don't know how it's going to look different. I don't know how it's going to change. Nobody does. But the sooner we accept that, the sooner you sort of like let go of expectations of like what the heck this is doing.
Right.
I'm hashtag Team Patti.
Yay!
Shut up. Okay, so we want to just begin with some music.
Yeah.
Lovely. There's literally a fire behind you. This is the most beautiful, stunning. We are coming over within 6 feet. Okay, so what music do we have tonight for the first song?
Can we just say BB sent us a message saying that she's sending us hugs, and that makes my heart
I know.
and my my God.
Literally, as soon as you started doing that bar, I was like, look at her feet. Oh, it was just a shot of joy I needed.
Yes, still got it. So thank you for that. Yes, it's very important to keep in touch with loved ones. We're going to have Dr. John LaPook, and that's really we're talking about anxiety. Connecting with someone really eases it.
Yeah.
We'll do later. So let's hear about the music. Hit it. Tell me what you think.
Yes, this is a song I like. It's called Times Like This from Lucky Stiff. And it is about connecting when, you're feeling lonely and all that whatnot. So I'm going to take out my very, very, very technologically advanced phone and start the track, the karaoke track.
Make sure you turn it up.
What?
Make sure you turn it up.
A friendly face, the kind of face that melts you with a grin, the kind of eyes that welcome you the minute you walk in, a tender glance you simply can't refuse. At times like this, we all could use a dog. He listens when you tell him things. There's nothing you can't say. And unlike certain people, you can teach him how to stay inside during a pandemic. And if the world is giving you the blues, he'll cheer you up by chewing up the news. It's things like that that make you choose a dog. Other people need romance, dancing, playing around. Other people need constant fun. Well, I'm not one. I have my feet on the ground. Come here, buddy. Give me a quiet night, a stack of books, a tuna melt on rye, a simple walk together underneath a starry sky, and suddenly the night is something rare. What's that, Papa? And all because there's someone special there who's gazing at the views, his head upon your shoes. It's times like this we all could use a dog. Right, Petey? Hi, buddy Lou. Give me a kiss. He nailed the button.
He sure did.
Okay, first of all, the riff was amazing that you added. The added riff I'm obsessed with. And literally, Mandy has never gotten up.
She's never done that before. She clearly knew that your dog was
getting
on there
attention
and getting attention. And
They're good. They can feel it. These dogs. He's going upstairs now. He's like,
I'm tired of performing. Thank you. I'm leaving.
Thank you.
One song only.
Union break. Okay, that was amazing. I love the singing. And that dog, that is a well-trained dog.
What you doing?
We're lucky with him. He tends to sort of go limp when you pick him up. So he does anything we want.
I think he learned it from me, actually.
It's all good. Okay, so we're going to bring on our chief medical correspondent. He also works for CBS. Please welcome the brilliant Dr. John LaPook.
Hi, guys.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Hi. You know, Patti, you said something that was so important at the beginning about people who normally don't have anxiety disorders. And of course, at this point, people become anxious. And one thing to understand, as you were implying, it's a normal reaction, fight, flight. It's healthy, actually. If there's a saber-toothed tiger a million years ago, it was good to get excited and, exit stage left. What happens to somebody who has an underlying anxiety disorder is it gets worse. And so people have to understand that and do some of the techniques, meditation, breathing. There's a lot of good stuff that's written online. We actually we did a piece on it, CBS Evening News tonight. So cbsnews.com, I guess, /COVID-19 has some specific pieces of advice there. Great. But I loved the empathy that you were saying would happen when somebody who normally doesn't have anxiety suddenly has it. And it's like, oh, it's one thing to have compassion for somebody, which is, I'm so sorry you're feeling anxious. But empathy is, oh, I'm in your shoes. I'm feeling what it's like, which is different. So again, looking for silver linings, this is bringing us together. We're in what the French call le même bateau, the same boat.
Yep.
You know what that means.
Yeah, well, I just, you with the, with your Italian pronunciation.
Helpful say. So,
Yeah, I know. I heard you pronounce some of that French stuff, and I thought I would give you the translation.
And so give us any cutting edge medical anything, or else we'll go to a question from a comment.
Or we show that video from earlier.
Oh, the video we got to show.
Got it.
You can do that.
I think. And then you can explain it.
So should we show the video first?
Whatever you want.
Okay, so peace out, you guys. Peace out and peace out. And here comes.
Hey there, this is going out to the hospital at NYU.
Every single person at that hospital.
All the ER doctors on the front lines, the nurses, the support staff, every single person under the roof at those hospitals that are creating and making such gigantic sacrifices for the greater good, and every single citizen in New York right now. We are just in absolute awe of everything that you're doing.
And this is, we know when uncertain times it is for everybody, but for you guys especially, we can imagine that this time is full of so much emotion, and we just want you to know that we have so much love and gratitude for you, and that we are here for you, and thank you for being here for us. You guys are our actual heroes of New York, and we just want you to know how grateful we are.
Thank you guys. Stay safe.
And Dr. LaPook, one of your John LaPook said something to us, and it was the most comforting thing I've heard. He said, this thing does have a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
And so thank you guys for being there for every single step of it.
Thanks, guys.
So, it's hard to know if we're at the end of the beginning, or we in the middle, but I'm going to stand by that beginning, middle, and an end, and we're going to get through it. We will get through it, but it's going to be a bumpy road. We're going to get through it together. I guarantee you there's going to be a time when we look back on this and say, it happened. It's science. This is a virus that we don't have immunity to. It's sweeping through the country. People are going to get infected. They're going to recover. And one of the things that we've been talking about is the importance of getting this blood test, the antibody test, not the one to see if you have it right now, but the antibody test to see if you had it. And once we have that, and I'm going to keep pushing for that, once we have that, it's going to make a huge difference, because we'll see if somebody had it, they didn't even realize it, then it should be safe. They should be immune. They should be able to go out back to work, and it's a way of getting people back to work. That beautiful video that Blake and Ryan did, that went out wide to everybody at NYU Langone, and people really need it right now. I can tell you, speaking to people in the trenches who are actually in the hospital, I mean, they're under tremendous stress. They do need encouragement. So anybody out there, I do have an ask, which is a 60 to 90 second video, straight to camera, thanking not just NYU, but just all healthcare workers, or any other message you want to give, donate to a food bank, whatever the kind messages at the beginning, and then follow it by something fun, entertainment, or something poignant, or something entertaining, or whatever. Just use your imagination. If you can send it to, you guys will give them some place to send it to, right?
We're going to give you an email right now to send it to. James, you need to ask a question from them.
What's that? So did you, Patti or Colin, did you have any questions for Dr. LaPook?
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So there's the email.
I have a question for you. How do you feel? You're 5 months pregnant.
Yeah, I feel great physically. I feel great. Honestly, like, my silver lining is this is sort of like the best thing that I can sort of be doing, because all I can do is sleep, eat well, do some yoga and Pilates here in my house, and grow a baby. I mean, the anxiety is obviously not helpful, but I feel like I am sort of lucky that I'm like, oh, well, this is my job right now, is just to sit.
Yeah.
I am, however, looking into learning how to birth my own child in the shower if it comes to that in July. So that's great. There's moment, when they started saying the partners couldn't be in the hospitals with the women in labor and whatnot. That got a little alarming. We still have 4 months to go, so I'm keeping the faith that everything is going to be much better by then. But yeah, I'm getting ready to learn how to do a water birth in our pool outside.
So far, there's obviously, it's early days, but it doesn't look like the virus is transmitted to amniotic fluid or to breast milk so far.
Which is a huge relief.
Yeah, which is a huge. We'll keep following that, but I was wondering about home births, if they were going to go up, but you're doing this, with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. LaPook, why do some people get mild illness and others get serious? All things the same. Do we know?
Yeah, we've seen that with other infections. It's not really totally understood, but for some reason, some people who are perfectly well, you get an infection. Let's say you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you have no underlying conditions. The virus comes in and attacks your lungs. You have an immune response, which normally should be at a certain level to try to fight it. In some people, it gets too much. It's too robust. And it's like you end up attacking your own body. There's a thing called cytokine storm, but basically you're releasing all these inflammatory compounds, and it's friendly fire. It's basically you're trying to get rid of the virus, but in trying to kill the virus, you end up killing the surrounding tissue. And that seems to be more in certain people who have a kind of maybe a overactive immune system in some way. So it's not really known. We can't really predict who that's going to be. But when it happens and they do the special tests and measure the blood and see about chemicals in it, it seems like they're having this huge inflammatory reaction, which ends up being not the best thing for you. So
wow.
And the little coda to that is people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. It's turning out a lot of those people are getting infected. They may not get as ill as people who are in those vulnerable groups, but they can definitely get ill, very ill themselves. And if they don't get ill, they can spread it to, mom and dad. And hashtag don't kill grandma, just because you're able to go out, don't be a knucklehead and go out there and congregate with a lot of people like we're seeing on the beaches. I think that's hopefully starting to, calm down a little.
And thank you for sending that video. We got a nice from a healthcare. Thank you for playing the video. I'm a nurse and Broadway enthusiast. He's just the highlight of the day. So,
thank you.
So, Dr. LaPook, I want to just say about the antibody test. Your advice is that we all need to contact our reps.
Our U.S. senators and U.S. representatives.
Yeah, I would give a try. I would raise the roof on this one. I think it's really unbelievably important. You're hearing about very important things. We need more ventilators, protective equipment, hospitals, all that stuff that's being worked on. But you're not hearing a lot about this antibody test.
Right.
And that antibody test, I think, is a key factor to figure out how widely spread this is and what the community spread is. And I'll bet you it's a lot more than we think.
Wow.
To find out who's immune and who could possibly go back to work. And this business of having to choose between the health, fighting COVID-19 and having a healthy economy, you should be able to have both. And I think this test is really important for it because the more people who are immune, the more people can go back and work.
Is that, Dr. LaPook, is that test more easily and readily available than the swab test that's out there?
No, the swab tests now are ramping up, and there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands, hopefully more and more and more of those. This test, I interviewed a microbiologist at Mount Sinai yesterday about it. He's been working on it for a while. They only have done about 60. He thinks he can ramp up to 1,000 a day, but they're not there yet. One problem is people are walking to work. Seriously, in New York City, they don't want to take the subway.
Right.
There's only a handful of labs around the country that are doing this. They're hoping to ramp that up. But what he said to me, I said, "Is it technically hard?" He goes, "No, it's the same type of test." He said, quote, "You don't have to be. It's not rocket science." He said, "It's the same test for measles, mumps, rubella, which you had that test that I'm sure before you got pregnant, immunity to German measles or to regular measles." So it's very easy test to do. Those tests are done millions of times a year. So it's just a matter of ramping it up. It's just a blood test. I would love to see that widely. Millions and millions of people get tested. But it's ramping it up, which means telling the feds, the FDA has regulations. We need to put money there. We have to have priorities. And everybody is yelling and saying they want this priority. And I understand it. But I think this is another priority that's not getting a lot of attention right now.
Got it. I love everything you're saying. All right, Dr. LaPook, you'll be back to say goodbye at the end. Thank you, as usual, medical man and Broadway enthusiast. Peace out.
Yeah.
Colin and Patti.
Well, there's actually some donations that came in end of the last show that we didn't recognize.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just do a few of these before we get to
by the way,
another
these
song.
are just a random sample. Sometimes people are like, "You didn't read my name." We just get a couple of names from the Actors Fund, so it's not everybody at all.
So this is actually I've got some batch from your show too.
Oh, this is from your show.
So William from California, $200. Denny from Missouri, $100. Chris from California, $50. Richard from Virginia, $25. Chris and Keone from Florida, $100.
Hi, Chris and Keone.
Scott from Washington, $50. Leslie from Connecticut, $25. Aaron from Florida, $50. Jennifer from Michigan donated $25. David from New York, $100. And Zachary from Florida, $100, all for the Actors Fund. Thank you all so very much.
Thank
You guys
you,
are
guys.
amazing.
So 2 things. First of all, don't forget, we want to auction some things. If you have anything in your house, think about that for later.
And-
FYI.
Yeah, we got some random stuff,
And literally, just while we've been on the air, as it were, Margie Burden, who is producing this thing with us, she got up on our website the auction. So you can go to our website, starsinthehouse.com, and there's a link for the auction, and more will be on there. But right now, it's the Baby from Ragtime and the Staff from Into the Woods. More to come.
I'm probably gonna be the winner on all of this.
She's gonna go auction. She's gonna go try to win the auction pieces.
Well on it.
Colin comes in and I'm like, I got the staff.
And there she is. So listen, Dr. LaPook says it's so important to keep in touch with friends. It really, Liz Callaway called us around a week ago, and it really just changed my mood so much just talking to her on Facebook.
Yeah.
It just de-isolated me. So we wanted to de-isolate you for just a second. Here's someone you may know. Her name is Miss Cat in the Chat.
Hi. Hi, Brady.
Start barking.
And my dog is barking. Yeah. Hi.
Kat was one of the very first people that we FaceTimed when we were like starting isolation. We didn't realize how long we were going to be there, but her and her husband and her daughter were some of the first people. So,
Well, also, Patty's the first person I reached out to 2 days ago when I had my first panic attack. So that's awesome.
Yay. Okay, so Patty, Kat told me that when you guys first met, you were totally best friends. Is that true?
we did you not know
No,
this?
I
So
knew
you
this.
know this. So yeah, I was doing this little show called High School Musical. It was like the first production of High School Musical ever. And Kat's now husband Ben Thompson we were playing opposite each other, which wasn't really. I was Sharpay and he was Chad, and it's one whatever. But we were, oh my goodness, years younger and very different faces of
Yes.
our lives.
All of us.
And every single one of us. Yeah. Every one of us made errors somewhere along the way. It was all completely innocent. But I just remember being drunk and we were yelling at each other.
We called each other names.
We called each other names in the lobby of a hotel in
Yeah, and then we didn't talk for years.
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 How did you
And-
reconnect?
Well, okay. Well, here's the best part about Patty. So we didn't talk for years, but we would see each other in passing all the time and be like, and
Yeah,
she kind of just throw shade and walk away and be polite as we are.
I was in that story with my ex-husband. And so, it was like
we saw each other.
cordial and stuff.
Oh, good to see you. And then Lysistrata Jones had been done in Texas, right?
Mhm.
And it was coming to Off-Broadway. I auditioned, I got the part. So now here I am entering this show as a supporting character that is literally the namesake character is played by Patti Murin, my mortal enemy. I was so anxious, oh my gosh, this girl's gonna hate me and this is gonna be horrible. And she had the most open heart. She invited me to lunch with the cast because a lot of the cast had done it in a previous incarnation. And then, we became best friends.
Yeah. Theater's really good for that too, because you're thrown we were at the gym at Judson, which, I think is probably a lot nicer now, but we were in it when it was
the first show that was done there, right?
Yeah. So remember our dressing room was all the ladies, 6 of us in a supply closet with mirrors.
Yes. We had a little pet mouse, which wasn't really a pet. Mr. Bojangles.
And you're literally doing a show in a basement of a church on a gym. So we found a lot of things to connect over and stuff and laugh over. And then, that was kind of it. We went to Broadway and now she's one of my best friends in the entire world.
Totally.
I love that. You learn how to get along. It's you actually became best friends. I think it's so great.
Yeah.
So I say thank you, theater. I say thank you, Actors Fund, for that. Somehow they're responsible.
Yeah.
Kat, so great seeing you again, Kat.
Yay, thank you.
Peace out.
Everyone stay safe.
Stay healthy. Love you.
Stay healthy. Love you.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Oh, it made me so happy.
I know. See, connecting it changes things. All right, so we hear there's gonna be a little bit more music. Supposedly, that's what you texted me. So
What you got?
What you got?
I'm gonna do a song on my guitar. I never do this, and I've never done this before, especially for anybody who's watching out there. I'm going to play one of my own tunes.
Oh, I love it. Do you read music, or do you just do it by ear? How do you do it?
I just do it by ear. I usually just sort of start fiddling around on the guitar, and eventually something comes out and lyrics get written. And
You did this while we were.
I did this when we got to our house to start our social distancing from everybody. So anyway, here it is. I hope you like it. Bottle that sat on the shelf just opened its mouth. Been a while since I seen you. Now here's to your health. There's chaos inside you. Afraid to go open the door. Just sank to the floor. There's ghosts coming for you. You know what they're for. Chaos around you. But soon you'll be jet setting away with me. Yeah, soon you'll be jet setting, finally free. Take a walk, clear your head. Put your feet on the ground, set your eyes to the sky, make peace with the sound of the chaos around you. 'Cause your baby, she's sleeping upstairs, all alone with her dreams. She's waiting to meet you, tear your heart at its seams. And free the chaos inside you. And soon you'll be jet setting away with me. Yeah, soon you'll be jet setting, finally free. Do your best to be kind. Free your heart, let it shine. Let a fire inside you. Let them know when they find you. Yeah, you'll be jet setting away with me. Yeah, you'll be jet setting, finally free. Oh yeah, you'll be jet setting away with me. Yeah, you'll be jet setting, finally free. Finally free.
Colin, hold on. Everybody's clapping. Everybody's loving it. There's the food.
Great. Beautiful.
So you know, you're being watched. Kayala Settle, you know, the bearded lady from The Greatest Showman. She wrote, "He's making me cry," and then she wrote, "That song is freeing me," but I'm leaving out the beginning of each sentence, which is F Colin. Him, that
He's
song is
really
crazy. Just so you know.
He's real. No.
Okay.
I've never been more nervous about a performance in my life.
I'm
think.
so proud.
That was great.
And I love you guys singing harmony.
I know, it was
It's
beautiful.
so great.
I asked Patti if she would do it with me because I was terrified.
Oh.
So, by the way, I have so many comments I could be showing you just from everybody. It's just beyond loving everything.
Thank you guys.
He's so good. He's so good. God, he's good.
All right, so this one, I want you to talk about some of the stuff, honey, that we forgot to talk about.
Well, so we've had a few people that in the donations, like Mark Shaman and Tina Fey, that are matching the donations. By the way, this is not pressure on Colin and Patti. This is an example. I'm not telling you to fork over $10,000. But for people that are watching, feel free to email us, contact us, and say, hey, I'll match whatever is being raised during Patti and Colin's show or another show. And we'll get you 2 free Broadway tickets as soon as Broadway opens. And we'll make sure you get 2 house seats to any Broadway show.
Any Broadway show and a backstage 6 feet away visit as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk about the auction news at all?
Yeah. Okay. So Margie Verdon, again, I say is so wonderful about the auction, right?
But
we're still going to add. We're still adding Betty Lynn Buckley is donating all these things from Cats. They're not up yet. They'll be up soon.
She literally has the heavy-side layer from the actual set.
From the set. It's insane.
She took a piece of
and her wig
and her cat
in our backyard.
Yes.
Here's the heavy side layer.
Oh my God, and John Hamm was on this afternoon. He has all the Mad Men. It says Mad Men, the final season. I mean, such amazing
and
things.
Tina and Jeff are donating all these things from.
Never good St. Louis boy, by the way.
John Hamm, yep. Mm-hmm.
Wait, so tell everybody where it is.
Well, it's on our website.
It's on our website.
You
don't have to go to eBay anymore. It's actually on the website.
Okay.
Right.
We're gonna find some stuff to put up there ourselves, either from Broadway shows or from some TV shows that we've done. Yeah. We will find some gear, and it will be up there along with all the cool stuff that you guys already have.
Maybe a little Christmas movie swag.
We have a holiday sweater that I wore in that one I can't remember the name of.
Look who loved your song, by the way, a certain.
It's me, Tatiana.
What
is that, Anna?
Hi. Okay, so wait, so we have to do our next connection, right?
Well, yeah, we have another surprise guest for you guys.
You've got to stay connected with your friends, and who is a better friend and a better belter than Canadian Miss Casey Lee?
Hey, what's up? How are you? Colin.
Oh, golly.
You guys sound so good. I'm so glad I'm getting to see your house virtually since I've never been up there in real life.
This is exactly.
Burn.
I really had my first Corona cry like 2 hours ago. So this is like.
Yeah, the Corona cry that should be the hashtag.
I was doing it.
I love you. Hi.
I love you.
In Frozen, who played who? I always get the princesses mixed up. Who was who?
I was Mulan.
Yeah, I was Belle.
Okay, save the comedy for the Disney Con. One is Elsa. Which one is Elsa?
That one.
I played the sad one.
So
I played the happy, overjoyed, and loved one.
You're the one who doesn't realize that people are bad. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I was Elsa, and
I played Anna. Mm-hmm.
Patti Murin was Anna.
Do we have any stories about like one time we were doing Frozen and like a glacier fell on me? Any kind of like mistakes on stage?
Oh
yeah. Lines, wig fell off, bra.
Well, we almost got fired in Denver when I started crying, laughing in the finale so bad that I couldn't open my eyes, or I don't know what set it off. Was it somebody in the audience, Patti?
I don't know.
Or was it the cast?
It was towards the end of the run, so we were definitely kind of cracking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you?
And
I
don't know. I looked at Patti.
I don't know.
Wait, what did you say?
A wrong lyric or something like that. It was even the old version of the finale we used to sing, so I don't even know what it would have been.
It might have been, or it might have been Bobby Creighton doing something hilarious as Wesselton.
That's probably correct.
But I started like, there's so much I've longed to say. And then we just started laughing so hard that my shoulders were shaking, and I was like looking down, and it got worse, not better, as time went on. And then we just
enjoy
pretended we were crying. We only told our stage managers that we actually were laughing hysterically like 6 months later because we were still fearful they'd fire us. It was really bad. The whole audience could tell like something was very wrong with Elsa and Anna.
It was the thing that you do in Wicked during For Good, that if you laugh, you have to pretend you're crying to get through it, and everyone thinks you're like so emotional. Like,
we're really good actors.
We employed the Wicked trick. We were like,
I forgot you both did that. So Casey, where are you calling from? What's happening with your life? Are you in the Upper West
I'm
Side?
calling from my bedroom.
Nice.
In New York City.
So comfy.
My child and my husband are having a bath next door. So if you see a naked small human run by, it's a very late bath. Yeah. Bedtimes and schedules are a little difficult in this pandemic situation. But yeah, I'm home and we're in our New York City apartment.
Casey, by the way, the full makeup is stunning. All right. So
thanks.
Yeah.
I gave you mascara.
Yeah.
And some lip.
They're impressive.
By the way, I'm literally so upstaged. I'm literally, as you're talking, getting texted by Stephanie J. Block going, what song should I sing? There's so many alphabets happening.
Stephanie should sing all the songs. Everything Stephanie wants to sing, she should sing.
And she knows I'm doing the show. She's like, I know you're doing the show, but what do you think about
everyone? Stephanie, Kayala, all of you that are watching this live, you know he has ADD, right? Do you realize how difficult you're making my job because Seth's head is constantly down, and I'm trying to pretend like he's not looking at this because he can't help himself.
Stop outing me. Anywho, Casey, you're gonna come back and do a whole show, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Casey.
Patti and Colin, I love you.
I love you. I miss
guys.
you so much.
I miss you so much.
David and Isaiah, hi. Love you guys.
I'll tell them. Remember when we saw each other every day?
Yes.
Don't bring us down. Don't bring us down, dear. All right, so Colin, I haven't asked you, do you have any interesting Broadway tales you'd like to tell? Sutton Foster's hair falling out, something. I don't know about that.
But I mean, speaking of Stephanie J. Block, I had the privilege of doing Anything Goes with both Sutton and Stephanie, who were
Just rude.
just amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty rude.
You're pretty lucky. This guy over here.
It's yeah, no, I don't have any like really crazy stories, and it's been a while. I'm gonna go hopefully when Broadway comes back, we've got Almost Famous. I was out in San Diego doing Almost Famous, the premiere out there, and we've got our sights on the Broadway soon.
That's when we had Anika on, and she sang a song that Tom Kidd wrote.
Oh, we
Yes,
saw it.
yeah.
Oh God, that one makes me cry every time. The show is so good.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
We got a passive aggressive comment about me. James, you are a saint.
That's hilarious. Look at BB.
It's
Look at
so
BB.
rude. Okay, we
And Dr. LaPoop, quite frankly.
Everybody's laughing at my age.
Actually, it's active aggressive.
Active aggressive.
You're out, and you're out. Patti, just give me 2 seconds. It's so funny because what we think was so traumatic in the past, like we're sort of dealing with such craziness now. Just talk for 2 seconds about Nerds, because it was such a crazy experience that you probably thought can never be topped, and now we're dealing with this craziness.
Literally, what everyone has experienced right now, we were like the test run. Nerds was the test run of canceling all of Broadway.
Yeah.
We were rehearsing a show called Nerds, which was honestly, it was so good. It was Rory O'Malley. Casey Hushin was the director, who's just genius. And we were rehearsing. Lindsay Mendez was in it, and literally it was our last day in the studio before we went into the theater. I had gone in, picked up my dressing room, everything. And we were in the middle of the lyric, "Live Your Dream." And then the director came in and was like, "You guys, we have to stop rehearsing. The show has been canceled." And we were like, "What?" And literally it was just like, done. That was it. And it was like 11:30 in the morning, and we still had the studio till 6. So our amazing PAs, I think they were like whoever did this was brilliant. Immediately ordered in pizza and went out and got like a case of wine and was like, okay, like we're going to sit here and deal with this and figure it out. It was nuts because it was just canceled. That was it. And it was sort of like,
why was it canceled?
Because the people who were running it and said they had all the money didn't have any of the money. So that's great.
By the way, yet again, she's never done
Patty,
this before. It's because she sees your dog.
She knows what's going on. It's crazy. She has.
I love it. Look at that sweet
Hi,
pup.
Bubba. Sorry.
This is our 19th show, and no one has ever seen this dog until the very end.
She
And
sleeps the whole show.
it's,
Maybe she loves Petey. Maybe she loves the Petey. She wants to say
no, she knows that your dog is on camera,
She wants
and now
attention.
she's going to start barking.
She's a Leo.
All right, so maybe we need to go to a song.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do a final.
Oh,
song.
actually, you know what? We
Hold on.
got
more
our,
donations.
another batch of donations. This will be the last one we'll be reading, but it's really great. And again, oh my gosh, look what you guys started, Colin and Patty. Oh my god. Okay. So as Seth was saying, even $5 is amazing. That said, it's kind of cool, some of these donations that came in. April from California, $150.
Yes, April.
From Connecticut, $100. Alexander from Michigan, $75. Laura from Florida, $50. Mary from Connecticut, $30. Meg from Maryland, $75. William from California, thank you, $200.
Wow.
And also from California, Maryland, $250. Thank you all so much.
You guys are all rock stars.
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
I'll tell you who donated nothing.
Okay, and all right.
Okay, what are you gonna sing? What are you gonna
Colin,
sing?
please, Patty, take it away with the song.
Okay. We have a version of. We're going to be reading this off our phone since we rewrote the lyrics today. It's just a version of a tune that everyone knows from Frozen, but it's just to reflect the current times and what we're dealing with right now. We did rehearse this, I promise. I don't know what's going to come out. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
We're not ready.
Technical difficulty.
Okay, that's fine. We got some questions here. Is
Go.
Stars in the Doghouse? Good on. Nice broadcast.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, look at this one here.
And then, of course, this old chestnut. Our dog literally barks at other dogs on the screen. He's been coming at us the whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lindsay.
It's going to the dogs.
Oh my God.
We are ready
Okay,
now.
Yes, we figured it out.
Okay. Enjoy.
Good luck.
We didn't figure.
That was it, right?
Oh.
Hold on. Here we go. Okay, this is like super crazy what's going on, right?
Super crazy.
I mean, all this month has been a series of doors in my face. No more concerts, Broadway sporting events.
I was thinking the same thing, because, I've been searching all this time to find my own space. Somewhere far away from people for my immune defense.
But with you,
I'll see your face.
I'll see your face.
On FaceTime, Zoom, or from 6 feet or more. Because love's not an open door. Love's not an open door. In quarantine, love's not an open door.
With you,
Or you,
or you,
or you,
love's not an open door. Seriously, stay inside. Go out to exercise. And
please.
stuff. Don't
stay inside
Yeah.
or alone. Here's the new rules.
What?
Don't finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
So many germs are lurking there.
Wipe your cart down after grocery shopping, please.
Jinx.
Stay away.
Our mental synchronization, great for social isolation.
You
And I
will not get COVID. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to your loved ones for now. Not forever. Soon we'll all be healthier than before. Cause love's not an open door. Love's not an open door. COVID-19. Love's not an open door.
With you,
Or you.
or you.
Or you. Love's not an open door. Can I say something crazy? Will you wash your hands with me?
Can I say something crazier? As many times as you want.
Hey, that was so good.
Patty has all the lyric writing.
This is what I've been doing while I lay in bed and was like.
I just got a cease and desist from Bobby and Kristin in a text. That's the only problem.
We're about to get a phone call.
Right.
You guys, if that didn't come out well, recording wise, you guys have to do it again. We're gonna put it on SiriusXM because that is so perfect.
Yeah.
Channel.
Deal.
You still got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's all. Let's bring. Oh, you know what? Let's bring Dr. LaPook on real quick before we close. So, Dr. LaPook, there were some comments that were on here that were basically saying, "Is there any way we can get the copy of what is the best thing to say, to our representatives and senators?" So I texted Margie during the show, and she will put it up on our website. Like, in other words, people want to know, like, what are they supposed to say? They're not going to remember the details. Oh, it's an antibody test, and what I need to ask.
Can you write a little script? And
Can we get
what we call a spiel?
There we go.
I'll do that. Also, this morning on CBS, I gave that spiel to Gayle King. So it's something, and I'm going to be doing it again this Sunday on CBS Sunday morning. The last month, Rand Morrison, the EP, has let me start off the broadcast with a little straight to camera. So I'm going to be doing a couple of minutes again, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about don't hoard. Sorry, don't hoard. And second is we need this test because that's going to make a huge difference. But
you're going to write the script. People can go to starsinthehouse.com, and then they'll just fill in their stuff and they'll send it out.
Well, no, they'll know what to say when they email. I don't know if we're quite that advanced yet.
They can copy and paste.
Yeah, I mean, look, let me back up. Okay, so I'm a journalist. So I'm not an activist,
right?
And I don't want to say, look, this is what I'm telling you to do,
right?
But I'm just making this point, and I'm happy to explain it. But I don't want to be in the position of saying, and this is what you should do. Write your Senate. You know what I mean?
Tell us
a little bit of a line.
Tell us what you think, and then we'll turn it into our own sassafras.
Yeah.
Where does that sassafras? That's your go-to, like your manna, right? It's like anything you want it to be.
Yeah.
Where did sassafras come from?
You know what it is? It's a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Red, red, blue, blue. With the big bad wolf. Anyway, that's where I got it from.
I love it. Like when you want to come up with a random word, it's like sassafras.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Colin. Someone claims Colin speaks French. What's that about?
Just a little bit. My mother was born in France. I speak a little bit of French. I have a tattoo for my French heritage. But yeah, so like I'm half French, but I don't speak well enough to really pass for anything.
Well,
I knew what you were saying, Dr. LaPook.
So that whole translation of Le Même Bateau, when I believe I lapsed into French there. I wasn't, but that was kind of insulting to you, right?
Not at all. No. It sounded great to me.
I hate it when I lapse into French like that. It just suddenly happens, and
I'm staying out of this. Not since Cat and Chat and Pat and Murin hating each other. Okay.
So let's bring on BB and say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Tomorrow,
BB, who are you sitting next to? We haven't even been
Oh,
introduced.
that's my husband.
Hello.
That's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
You guys
Hey,
are
can I-
wonderful tonight. Just wonderful.
Can I auction? Does it have to be something from a show? Because I have a lot of pottery that I've made that I could.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Could be Chris.
And what we're telling everyone is whoever bids, because we don't want to overtax or overburden people that are on the front lines as far as shipping, UPS or whatever, that we trust BB, we trust Patti and Colin that they're not going to give it away. Whoever the winning bidder is, you'll hold it until Broadway reopens, and then we're going to.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
I won't break it.
So on tomorrow's show, the matinee, Billy Porter is going to
Woo!
tomorrow will be our main guest, and then tomorrow night.
Stephanie J. Block will not
That's
stop texting me. That's Marcellus. It's going to be a whole thing. Oh, I just got a text from Montreal. See, I speak Je parle français aussi.
Oh,
Hi.
gosh.
I got to stop looking at my text. So, BB, everybody, so bye. Thanks for helping. Dr. LaPook, we'll see you tomorrow.
Dog.
Huh? Oh, we got to release
All
the dogs.
right. Well, we've already seen so much of them. This one is right here.
Yeah, we know. Oh, hi, honey. Well, what about the other dogs?
This is Ash. Dog's name, Patti and Colin.
Now, I have to unplug my computer. It may go out. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is like my dream. I said the other day, I said, I don't miss people, but I miss other people's dogs.
What's your dog's name?
Where are they?
This is Milo.
Yes,
This is Milo. The other one was Petey, named after the little Rascals guy. He's, you know.
I remember.
There's Chrissy.
All right, everyone.
Okay.
Look at
All right,
that.
we're ending broadcast and broadcast.
Wave.
All right.
Wave.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We're almost off the air. Almost.
Well trained.
Take